It is being called the strongest anti-homosexual measure ever considered by a state. Come November, voters in the state of Oregon will decide whether to require their state government to actively discourage the homosexual lifestyle, whether to remove legal protections for gay people in housing and employment.
I don't hate homosexuals, but I don't want a gay teacher staying in the classroom telling my kids, this is normal, this is acceptable.
The Word of God says that homosexuality is an abomination and a detestable act.
Don't have to continue in this lifestyle. God is there to forgive you. He shed his blood for your sins.
We're responding to an aggressive political agenda being forwarded by the homosexual community.
This tape was produced in 1992 to fight Ballot Measure 9, the anti-gay initiative put forth by the Oregon Citizens Alliance. Though this measure was defeated, the Oregon Citizens Alliance and other Christian right groups across the country continue their attack on equal rights for gays and lesbians. The wording of these measures may be softened, but the intent to target and discriminate against a group of people remains the same. The Oregon Citizens Alliance has placed Ballot Measure 9 on the November ballot. This measure, which will amend the Oregon State Constitution, reads, "All governments in Oregon may not use their monies or properties to promote, encourage, or facilitate homosexuality, pedophilia, sadism, or masochism. All levels of government, including public education systems, must set a standard for Oregon's youth, which recognizes that these behaviors are abnormal, wrong, unnatural, and perverse."
The word facilitate to me gives the greatest problem, because a court will look to the plain language of the statute when it tries to interpret what it means. And I looked up facilitate in Webster's dictionary, and the plain Webster's dictionary plain definition is to help. So in other words, by Oregon Constitution, the state would be forbidden to spend any monies to help gays and lesbians.
I don't tell people I'm heterosexual because I don't think it's any of their business, but I've always very clearly been an ally to the gay and lesbian community, and I do civil rights work, so I'm probably a real good target for someone to say, look, she's lesbian, she works for the governor, she shouldn't be there.
I think that it's trying to mandate a standard of behavior and a standard of discrimination. Clearly, gays and lesbians will not be able to be employed by any state, city, or county agency. Those people will be losing their jobs.
I think I would remind my neighbors that this homosexuality isn't anything new. It's been around for generations and centuries, and that all at once someone has decided that it's not acceptable.
If we pass the legislation saying that homosexuality is abnormal, it will not only affect adversely those 10% of our population who are homosexual, but it will affect other people. I will not be able to put my arm around my male friend. Hey, you must be gay. I know two women who go shopping together all the time. People say, oh, something's wrong with them. And I think you begin to spread a fear and suspicion seasoned by hatred, and that would be a tragic thing for our society.
I'm a Christian, and I can say this from a Christian point of view. I don't think that any of us wants to have any particular group in our society push its own set of values and beliefs down our throats.
We believe that homosexuality is wrong behavior. I'm not trying to legislate discrimination. We are trying to stop the political agenda of the homosexual community by making it impossible for them to obtain civil rights minority classification.
I think this is absolutely ridiculous that the OCA would want to come out and make these kinds of stands against the gay community, because my belief is it is trying to churn up the dark side of us again. And when you start churning up the dark side, a whole lot of other things come up.
Folks, have you had a chance to sign the OCA petition? We're trying to stop government promotion of homosexuality in the state of Oregon.
When they were garnering signatures, they had a huge sign that asked the question, should gay and lesbian people have special rights? And as I would walk by those signs, I would say to myself, no, of course not. That brought people to the table. What we're talking about, of course, is not special rights for gay and lesbian people, but the basic human civil rights that all people should have.
Have you had a chance to sign, sir? No special rights for the homosexuals?
Don't support discrimination. Don't sign.
Have you had a chance to sign no special rights for homosexuals? We don't want them to be Well, this is the homosexuals. I'm not for them.
Fucking faggot. Get the fuck out.
Assault.
Oh, it's assault?
Yeah.
Good, arrest me. Where's the pigs at? You fucking faggot.
I can call.
Do it.
Yeah.